Interfacing Python GUI with PIC Microcontroller is an exciting project. This will open up doors for all the projects where we'll need computer and microcontroller interface. In this video, we'll write serial code in existing Python GUI and we'll interface it with the PIC microcontroller. Hi, my name is Amit and welcome to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. In the earlier videos, we have already designed Python Tkinter GUI and we have also tested PIC microcontroller UART interfacing individually. So if you want to check in detail, link is in the description box. Go check that out if you want to get into a detailed design process. But in this video, we'll only test the serial port, serial interfacing in Python GUI with PIC microcontroller. So let's begin with it. So in here, we'll first check whether our PIC microcontroller is working fine or not. So we have already written a code to receive one character and retransmit that character to terminal. We have done this in PIC microcontroller coding. So I'm in here, I'm only interested in testing whether the previously done code is working or not. Right, so here I have this terminal window and here is this PIC microcontroller board. This is an evaluation board and this is the USB to TTL converter, which is converting my UART signal into an USB, right? So here I have interfaced it with with the terminal software, and in this I know that my COM port, the COM port for this is COM2. So I'm going to select this COM2 and if I just connect, it gets connected, and here I could transmit one character at a time. Okay, so as soon as I transmit one character, PIC microcontroller is going to receive that character and retransmit that character back. Right, so that's what we have written in PIC microcontroller, and we are going to test whether that is working here or not. So if I type suppose a character and it is going to retransmit, so I get receive here the transmitted character. So that's what my code is in PIC microcontroller, and it is working perfectly fine. So I'm good to go. I know that PIC microcontroller is working absolutely fine. So let's begin with the serial code in Python GUI. Okay, let's disconnect this here because we are going to get it connected with Python GUI. So here is this Python GUI. Let me run it once and let us see how our GUI is going to look like. Okay, so this is going to be our GUI. So here I have this COM port setting where I could be able to select which COM port do I need to select. In our case, it is COM2 now. And here is this button selection. So with which I would be able to decide which baud rate to select with. Okay, which baud rate to select. So we have these 4 options over here, same as that of this window. If you could see here, here we have multiple COM port baud rate options. Here we have COM port option, and we are going to connect. The similar thing we have designed it in Python Tkinter GUI. The detailed design process is in the video. You'll get the link in the description box. Go check that out. And here when I connect, as soon as I click on here, it gets connected to COM2 and with this baud rate whatever I selected. And if I type one character over here, it gets transmitted to this receive character. So we by default have transmitted whatever character we have here to this receive port. We are going to modify it, and here I am interested in sending complete string. Okay, for example, I write my name, and if I click on here send string, it should completely send my string. So what are we going to do here is we are now going to transmit these single character or a string to on the serial port, right, which will get into the PIC microcontroller, and in PIC microcontroller we have written that it will retransmit whatever is received, right? So the received character shall be seen in this window within the Python GUI. So this is what we are going to do. So let's get started modifying our code to handle the serial port. So first of all, if you could see that I have this button called connect. So when I click on this connect button, then and then only I am interested in connecting it with COM port and turning on my COM port, right? So let's let's begin with it. So if I click here, I need to go on to button. Okay, so here is my button, and on button I have this property called command, and on command we could give function name that will execute whenever we click on that button. So here it is. Let's call this is the command option, and I'm interested in connect to serial. Okay, connect to serial. So this is going to be my function, and I'm going to write that function over here where I'm interested in it connecting it with. So here comes my function def. Right, so in here what I am going to do is let's create a global variable, global serial, and I'm only interested in serial. Okay, so sir equal to serial dot, but first we need to import our serial library. Okay, so here I'm going to do is import import serial. So I'm interested in serial port. So in here it should show serial, and we need to set few attributes, and for setting attributes we need to also check which COM port need to be selected, and for that we need to go on to this list box. Okay, so within list box we have multiple options. These are the options, that is comp1, comp2 and comp3. So within list box we could get which COM port we have already selected. So we need to get the COM port. So let's get in here and write in GUI comp selected GUI dot which box, what was it is, list box. So list box dot get. So we need to get, if you want to get the selected element within the list box, we need to pass on to the argument called anchor. Okay, anchor, and this anchor will give us whichever item is selected within that list box. So let's check that out if it works, and here I connect. Yes, so if I select comp2, it should show comp2, right? So it is working, so we are good to go. And let's test with the border rate selections as well. Okay, because now we need to check which of the model is connected. Okay, which of the list box is selected, right? So every time we need to check if else if this is selected. Okay, and we need to get like this, and so this is going to be 2 and 3. Let's make this as else. So this is going to be 2, and we want to have baud rate selected. Okay, we'll create a variable called baud rate selected, and if this is the case 4800, then the number is going to be 4800, and Okay, for 52 it is 9600, 9600, and for this one is 51 is 115200, 19200. Okay, so by default now it will select this one. Okay, right, so we are good to go. We have already know which one is selected. So let's check if my COM port, this selection, baud rate selection is also working fine. So let's check that out. Baud rate selected. Let's print this. Okay, so I select COM2 and 9600 is selected. So let's check if I get COM2 and 9600. So I'm getting this COM2 and 9600. That means I'm good to program my further application. So let's close this out. Yes, so we can now start with serial port interfacing. So within serial port interfacing, there are few attributes that we need to set. We need to select the port. Okay, so we need to select the port, and port is now going to be our this comp selected. Okay, right, and next is our baud rate, and baud rate is going to be our baud rate selected. Right, so further settings are by default settings like this timeout setting. Timeout setting is going to be 2 seconds for us. So if I write 2, which means it is going to take 2 seconds. Right, now next is our byte size. So byte size become 8. Okay, byte size is going to be 8, and then there will be next attribute where that we need to set is stop bit. Okay, stop bit is going to be serial dot stop bit 1. Okay, so this is the setting by default setting that we will have for timeout, byte size, and stop bit. So with this we will be able to create our serial port. Okay, and since we have created it in a global way as a global variable, so we would be able to use this in the rest of the project, rest of the functions as well. So it will create us this serial port. So now let's program our send character. Now this send character is the function which is going to be let's check this out where this is from. Okay, send character is nothing but a thread. Now with this thread, what will happen is if my function is busy in displaying GUI, I need to have some mechanism which is going to read whatever I have typed into the character window, and it will check and it will receive that, it will take that character and will send it on the serial port. So that's what this thread is going to do. I am busy in this. If my GUI is busy in displaying this GUI, this thread is going to take my character and it is going to send on the serial port. So we will do this send character function within this function. Okay, so we have already done it that we get the value from here and we by default send it on text box. So I'm not interested in now sending it on text box. I'm interested in sending out writing it on serial port, right? So write, and we'll take this as value, but we need to encode it because this is going to be this is going to be a character. Okay, so we need to encode it for serial transmit. So this is not needed, so I'm going to do comment that out. So anyway, this entry need to be checked. So, and this is also going to be our 0.5 second delay, so with which it will take that character and it will send it on COM port. So we need to write a function where how is it going to receive that character. Now this receiving character has to be also an individual process because we cannot continuously poll whether I have received the character or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create second thread. Okay, second thread to and receive my characters. Okay, so this is my 2, this is 2, this is 2, and so here I'll write it as read character. So anyway, we are always going to read one character at a time. Okay, one character at a time. So I'm not going to do anything other than this. So let's write a function to read one character. Okay, so def read character, and here what is going to happen is it will continuously keep on polling whether I have received a character or not, and it will check whether we have any character received. So this has to be in true, because then and then only it will keep in that function itself. Okay, and with this threading function, our GUI and receive functions will work simultaneously. Okay, right. So here I have transmitted this character, and I'm expecting this character to be returned. Okay, so here I'm going to read one character at a time. Okay, one character at a time. So let's read our character. My char, if I call this as my char equal to say dot read. Okay, I'm interested in reading this character, and now what I will do is I will print that onto text box. Okay, I'm going to print that on my text box. So here it is, GUI, GUI. Okay, and let's print that character over here. Okay, so we are good to go. We have already created another thread to read the character, and it will always keep on reading that character, and it will append that character, insert that character at the end. So here I receive that character and retransmit it. Okay, so let's check that out. So here with this function, I'm going to create the serial port, okay, with all the attributes, and here I'm going to receive one character at a time, right? So let's begin. Okay, serial read is not defined. Serial is not defined. Okay, so if I need to make it as global, right? Global ser is not available. What happened? Let's create a variable at the top itself so that it could be visible. It could be visible in all the functions. So I have the serial here, and serial read dot, yeah, that is it. What happened now? Let's give some value here. Okay, so we need to check whether we are connected or not. Okay, so connected, let's make it as 0, and connected becomes 1 when we come here. Okay, let's create a variable. At the top, saying this connect is equal to 0. Okay, and down below we will only check, we'll only get into the serial read if connected is equal to 1. Okay, because when thread runs, it is checking for serial port, and it is not available, right? So this is what is happening. Okay, if here I need to give a colon. What happened? Right. So I've created a variable, global variable, and I've assigned a value over here, right? Initial value. Right. So let's connect with our COM port. Yes. So COM port is now created. So I would be able to send my character, and I'm able to receive the character as well. So that is an interesting thing, right? So perfect. So I'm able to send one character. It goes to PIC microcontroller, and it goes to PIC microcontroller right here. It goes to this PIC microcontroller, and PIC microcontroller is now reverting back me that character, right? This is the same as that of our serial port. So whichever character I'm writing, it is sending me back. So my serial port was created successfully. So let's close this application, and let's do it for string as well. So within string, what is happening, this send character, send string function we already have. Within this function, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one character at a time, and I'm going to transmit that character to serial terminal with a certain delay, and with that delay I'm going to definitely receive that character, because we have already written the receive code, right? So we don't have to do anything with the receive part. We just need to check with the transmit function. So here I am getting this value which is a string now. So I need to break that out into a single character, and then I'll be able to type that character. So here we can also decode this. Right, that is going to work, and we need to do something here. So when I take value, I need to write a for to take out one character at a time within value, and okay, so let's keep this delay as 0.1 second. And here I should be able to write one character. So here I get this write function. Okay, so write, and within write I need to pass on one character at a time. Okay, so here I have my character. So that is it. So it is going to transmit one character at a time. So how many characters do we have in this value? Let's select COM port 9600 connect. I'm connected, and now I write complete string. Right, awesome. So we were able to write one character at a time. Now this has become a character. So let's not send those characters. Okay, so we are good to go with this only. Let's close this application and rerun. So let's rerun our final test. 9600 selected, COM2 selected, connect. Let's check one character. Yes, it is absolutely working fine. And let's okay, I'm interested in sending one character at a time. Yes, so I was able to transmit one character at a time, and PIC receives that character and retransmits it me back, right? So this is good, right? So we have already tested each and everything with the Python GUI and PIC microcontroller interfacing. So if you want to design a GUI and if you want to get into the detailed, if you want to get each and every detailed process, so here is the link for you in this particular video. And in this video you will find link for PIC microcontroller code interaction, so PIC microcontroller UART interface. So you have 2 videos available here, so you can check into details. And thanks for watching this video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more such videos, and also click the bell button so that you get notified when I upload new videos. So that is it in this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.